The authorities told me that I shouldn't tell you that the short film that I made in 3 days went absolutely viral. And they also told me that I definitely shouldn't tell you why you should do it too. So definitely do not keep watching for 6 reasons why you should make a short film in 3 days. Okay, gotta go.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Ashley. I'm a filmmaker and an actress, and I make videos related to that and vlogs as well. So if any of that sounds like it's of interest to you, then please subscribe to the channel. So a couple months ago in April, I found out there was this film festival that was happening in Zimbabwe for Zimbabwean filmmakers. And I found out like a week before the submission deadline because they moved it up, I think by like 2 months or something like that. And I was like, oh, shame, that would have been such a great opportunity if I'd known about it in time. But then I actually thought to myself for a second and I was like, a week, that's enough time. And who cares if I don't make something amazing or if I don't even make the submission deadline, because at the end of it, I'll still have a short film. So I thought, fuck it, why not? And thankfully, I ended up finishing a short film. I submitted it to the festival. I obviously didn't get selected. I didn't win anything, but I did post it on my YouTube channel and it went viral, which was crazy. And also, if you know Macari SB and if you know Larry SB, he watched it and he left me a comment saying it was nice, and I just... Anyway, moving on. I think this experience was so important for me for so many reasons, and I think if you're in my position where you're a filmmaker but you kind of struggle to actually make movies, then I think here are 6 reasons that should inspire you. There are so many stories to tell, so many ideas that just get stuck in our heads, so many to the point where it all becomes incredibly overwhelming, and then if you're anything like me, it just paralyzes you and you never actually do anything about them. Enter limits. The theme of the festival that I submitted to was celebrating women. Now, as a filmmaker, that gives you a space in order to figure out what story you want to tell. And by nature of a film festival having a submission deadline, we had a time limit. And thus, creativity blossomed. Festival or not, if you want to create something, set yourself the challenge to make a film in the shortest amount of time possible. If you're looking for prompts to help inspire you, Screenwriters LA on Instagram has some great prompts, as well as I think they have a website. Instagram Reels also have some really good ones if you find the right, reels. And Reddit, of course. When in doubt, just go to Reddit because they obviously have everything. If you don't want to go the prompt route, pick a location you want to film at and create your story from there. Limits maketh not the man, but limits can sure as hell maketh the film. I found myself getting swept up in wanting the best equipment, getting the best, most perfect shots, and having the most amount of time to create something amazing. And getting swept up in the thinking that all of this was necessary to create a final product. However, that is not the case. Within the confines of limitations, you are forced to focus on storytelling and not aesthetics. Having a very specific time constraint pushes you to do your best and tell the best story you can with the resources that you have available and the time that you have as well. The heart of any good film is its story, and there's a lot that an audience will look past if your story is good. Now, I am under no impression that the film that I made is the best technically. There are so many issues with the sound design, particularly in the scene with Outside. You can hear the guys playing soccer across the street and yelling at each other. It could definitely have been better, but there's also a lot of things about it that could have been worse. It's funny because I can literally, as we were filming this, I could literally hear the voice of my high school film teacher saying, "Why do film students hate using tripods? What is up with that? Use a tripod." Oh, hi Cinnamon. Hello. Do you want to go hang out with your dad? But even with all of the things that are imperfect about it, I'm still really proud of myself for completing this project. I definitely could have used my tripod a little bit more, but even with everything that's wrong with the film, I am still so incredibly proud of it, and I'm proud of myself for completing it. Getting used to accepting that you've made a mistake is not only a very useful skill within filmmaking, but it is also an incredible skill in life. Of course, making a mistake is not the end-all be-all of your life. nor is it the end-all be-all of your project. The fact that it is complete is far more important and valuable than it being perfect. Deciding to make this short film helped me just do and move on, especially under such a tight time limit. If you do have more time, you can obviously reshoot and try things a different way, but you have to have done something first to be able to try it again later. If there's one thing you will hear about the film industry over and over and over again, is that it is a collaborative industry by its very nature, and that it's expensive, which means you have to be good at networking, working with people you don't always like, and making fast decisions. Thankfully, I worked with my friends on this project, and I still love them dearly.
We just rap.
Yeah.
It's all good.
We did what we could.
I wish we had turned off that light, but whatever.
But we had a great director and a great crew. You look like you're contemplating the rest of your life.
The important tasks that I had to do as the director of this project was make decisions for the sake of the collaborative process. That is, looking out for the crew, for the cast, while also trying to balance what would be best for the film. I also had to make fast decisions because, as we know by now, there was a time limit, and I had to roll with the punches when it really came down to it and something just wasn't working out. At some point during your career as a filmmaker, you will have to make sacrifices due to time constraints, budget constraints, or whatever other constraints may come about. But learning to be adaptable and practicing these kinds of situations in a low-stakes environment will set you up for success later on in the future. This kind of project will teach you to plan really, really well, but when it inevitably changes, you'll know how to adjust the plan accordingly. The fifth reason why you should try make a short film in 3 days is that it reminds you that art can be made anywhere. Filmmakers are not made in specific locations. They are all around the world because there are stories to tell all around the world. I used to believe that if I made it to LA, then I would be able to make real movies. The fuck is even a real movie? But then I realized that it's actually not about where I am. If I can make a movie here in Harare, Zimbabwe, then I can make a movie anywhere. Tell your stories, not Hollywood's. Art is not location bound, so go out and make the fucking movie. The final reason that I think will be really helpful for young filmmakers, but especially for young filmmakers in Zimbabwe, is that throwing together a short film in a matter of days helps you to build a network and create a really, really strong support system. Artists need other artists. Filmmakers need other filmmakers. They need actors, musicians, writers, painters, set designers, costume designers, but most importantly, they need the friends and loved ones who will do all those things for you. Never be shy to ask for help from anyone. There are so many people out there just waiting to create a masterpiece but haven't built a team yet that they really trust to make something amazing. And hey, if you're one of those people, I'd be more than happy to help you. Thank you so much for watching the video. I really hoped you liked it. If you did, then of course, please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and please leave me a comment if you have any thoughts or questions about the film that I made or of anything that I mentioned here. Yeah, I am also a freelance filmmaker, as you all know. Details are in my website for any of your production services/needs. And if you ever want to make a film together, you can just DM me on Instagram and we can make something happen. Anyway, say bye, Cinnamon. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.